Bonnie Blue has just been officially charged with a criminal offense in the United Kingdom. The Metropolitan Police confirmed that the adult content creator, whose real name is Tia Billinger, has been charged with outraging public decency over an alleged stunt she carried out outside the Indonesian embassy in central London. If convicted, she could face up to 6 months in prison, an unlimited fine, or both. She is due to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court next month. This is no longer internet drama. This is now a criminal case in one of the most well-known court systems in the world. The charge relates to an incident that took place on Great Peter Street in Westminster on December 15, 2025. According to multiple reports, Bonnie posted a video online showing her standing outside the Indonesian embassy in London while holding the country's national flag. She was surrounded by a group of men wearing hoods and masks covering their faces. In the clip, she directly referenced her recent arrest in Bali, saying that she got arrested in Indonesia for filming explicit content and that she came to the embassy so they could watch it in person.
Yes, I got arrested in Bali for filming. So it's about time I came to the embassy so they could watch it in person.
She then proceeded to simulate a act on camera while still holding the Indonesian flag. The video was posted online the same day it was filmed, and it immediately drew backlash. Many viewers and commentators accused her of deliberately disrespecting Indonesia and its national symbols in what appeared to be a calculated act of provocation. The timing made it even worse, because this stunt reportedly took place on the exact same day that Bonnie arrived back in the United Kingdom following her deportation from Indonesia. So, within hours of being kicked out of a country for violating its laws, she was outside that country's embassy mocking the entire situation on camera. After the embassy video was posted online and began circulating across social media, the Metropolitan Police launched an investigation. According to the Met, officers looked into the incident and Bonnie was interviewed under caution on February 2, 2026. The evidence was then referred to the Crown Prosecution Service, which is the body in England and Wales that decides whether or not to bring criminal charges. The CPS reviewed the case and authorized the charge of outraging public decency. The charge was formally issued via postal requisition on Monday, March 16, 2026. A Met Police spokesperson confirmed the details in a public statement identifying the defendant as Tia Billinger, age 26, of Draycott in Derbyshire. She is now scheduled to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on Tuesday, April 22, 2026. That is just over a month from now. For those unfamiliar with UK law, outraging public decency is a common law offense that covers behavior deemed to be so lewd, obscene, or disgusting that it outrages the standards of decency of ordinary members of the public. It does not require anyone to have actually been offended at the time. The prosecution only needs to prove that the act was of a nature that could outrage public decency and that it was carried out in a place where at least 2 members of the public could have witnessed it. The maximum penalty is 6 months in custody, an unlimited fine, or both. In practice, sentences for this offense vary widely depending on the specifics of the case. Some defendants receive fines, others receive community orders, and in more serious or repeated cases, custodial sentences are handed down. Given that Bonnie's alleged act was filmed and deliberately posted online, and given that it took place outside a foreign embassy involving a national flag, it is possible that the court may view this as being on the more serious end of the spectrum. That said, it is equally possible that a fine or community order could be the outcome. It will depend on how the magistrate interprets the facts. What makes this charge particularly significant is that it does not exist in isolation. Bonnie Blue has built her entire brand on pushing boundaries and generating outrage. She was arrested in Bali. She was banned from Indonesia for a decade. She has been banned from multiple other countries. She carried out a 400-man unprotected event in London that made headlines around the world. She announced a pregnancy that many people believe is fabricated. And now she is facing criminal charges in her own country for an act she carried out on camera and posted publicly for everyone to see. There is a pattern here that is becoming harder to ignore. Each stunt escalates from the last. Each controversy generates more headlines than the one before it. And each time, Bonnie leans further into the backlash rather than stepping back from it. The embassy stunt was not an accident or a moment of poor judgment. It was a deliberate, premeditated act that was filmed, edited, and distributed for maximum impact. The fact that it was performed on the same day she was deported from Indonesia suggests it was planned before she even left Bali. From a legal standpoint, this is the first time Bonnie has faced criminal charges in the United Kingdom. The Bali situation ultimately resulted in a fine and deportation, but no criminal conviction. This is different. If she is convicted of outraging public decency at Westminster Magistrates Court, she will have a criminal record in England. That has real consequences. It could affect her ability to travel internationally, particularly to countries that deny entry to individuals with criminal records. It could impact any future legal proceedings she may be involved in, and depending on the sentence, it could potentially mean time behind bars. From a business standpoint, the calculus is more complicated. Bonnie has repeatedly shown that controversy drives her revenue. Every arrest, every ban, every outrageous headline translates directly into subscribers, views, and income. A criminal charge in the UK might actually boost her profile even further in the short term. But there is a tipping point with this kind of strategy. Platforms can and do remove creators who cross certain lines. Payment processors can cut ties. And courts do not care about follower counts when deciding sentences. It is also worth noting that this charge is landing at a particularly complicated time in Bonnie's life, or at least in her public narrative. She is currently claiming to be pregnant following the 400-man event. Medical experts have raised serious concerns about the health risks to her unborn baby. She has publicly stated that she plans to continue working throughout her pregnancy. And now she is facing a court date that falls right in the middle of her first trimester. If the pregnancy is real, having a criminal case hanging over you during that period adds an enormous amount of stress to an already high-risk situation. If the pregnancy is not real, as many people online suspect, then the timing of this charge could complicate whatever her next move was going to be. Either way, the April 22nd court date is going to be a major moment, not just legally, but in terms of how this entire Bonnie Blue saga continues to unfold. So to sum it all up, Bonnie Blue has been formally charged with outraging public decency by the Metropolitan Police. The charge stems from a December 2025 video in which she allegedly simulated a sex act while holding an Indonesian flag outside the country's embassy in London. She was charged via postal requisition on March 16th and is due to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on April 22nd. She faces a maximum penalty of 6 months in prison, an unlimited fine, or both. We will absolutely be covering the court appearance and whatever comes out of it. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on so you do not miss that update when it drops. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We will see you in the next one.